Hey everyone, my name's Tegan Lyons and this is my game of Scratch. Welcome to the Rubbish game. Use the arrow keys to move your character up, down, left and right. You have to collect the amount of rubbish set for each level. Make sure to watch out for the yummy chocolate muffin. You don't want to throw that one away. To move on to level 1, press the F key. So level 1, rules. Collect 10 pieces of rubbish. If you collect a yummy chocolate muffin, your score will go back to 0 and you will have to start again. Space key, change character. Up arrow moves character up. Down arrow moves character down. Right arrow moves character right. Left arrow moves character left. Have a try. Press the E key to start game 1. So if you touch a muffin on this game, your score will go back to 0, as you can see. Well done, you have completed game 1. Press the D key to move on. Level 2, rules. Collect 20 pieces of rubbish. If you collect a yummy chocolate muffin, your score will go back to 0 and you will have to start again. Press C key to start game 2. So this game has 2 chocolate muffins, so it is a little bit harder. Well done, you have completed game 2. Press the B key to move on. Level 3, rules. Collect 25 pieces of rubbish. If you collect a yummy muffin, your score will go back to 0 and you will have to start again. Press the A key to start level 3. So this game is a little bit harder because you have 3 muffins. Well done, you have completed game 3, the end. So this is the end of my game. In the future I will hopefully make more levels that get harder. I probably wouldn't make this game or this level as hard, like level 3 as hard as it is, but it's just to show you the idea of my game. So now I'm just going to make it smaller and take you through the inside. But first, I'm just going to explain where I got my ideas from. So I got most of my ideas and taught myself how to create the game by using the Scratch Redware website, which is this one here. My game first started with the idea of creating a bat and ball game. From here, I looked at the dog and crab game. This is all on the Redware Scratch site. This made me want to be able to move around the whole screen and catch something but using the arrow keys instead of the mouse. I then looked at the fish game and was able to create the game I wanted, which was this one, with obviously differences. Overall, this is how I came to this game. The idea to create levels came from the ACRA website, Digital Project Scratch Game, which was a Year 6 student above satisfactory game, and it had levels which I thought was quite cool. I also used free clip art images for the rubbish, which I will explain as I go in. And I also have made a previous Scratch game called Banana Time. If you would like to have a look at that one, it's just that address there. So we'll go inside now. I'll go back to the start. So this is the scripts for my character. I'll go through that in a little bit more detail, but first I want to show you the costumes. So these are all the characters that you can pick from. They're all just the same character, but just different costumes. This is a character that I created myself just one day when I decided to do some drawings, which I thought was quite cute. This character I got from the Scratch one, which you just press here, and there's heaps of different ones you can go into. I got the muffin. I did change the color to a darker color, and I put chocolate chip pieces on the top. This one I got from the free clip art page. I thought it was quite cool. I did outline it so it was easier to see on the game, and so it was a little bit different. The popper I got from the free Scratch. I got from the free clip art. I did get it with no color, and then I put my own colors in, made the apple red, the leaf green, the box or the carton orange. The fish I also got from the free clip art. I did make the inside of it white so that it was easier to see, and the same with the can, except for I just made the line black. And these are the other two chocolate chip muffins. So now I'll go into scripts. So this is the script for the character. So it starts off up here. So when you click this button here, it will hide this character, as we don't want this character to appear when we're at the starting page. And it'll just go in front of all the letters and be hard to read and confuse the person playing the game. So when I receive Touch Abby, play sound pop. So this means that when I'm actually in the game and I'm moving around and I touch a piece of rubbish, it will go make a sound saying, make a pop sound. This here is my movement. So left, right, up, down. And this here is when you press the space key, it will change your costume. So this is level 1, this is level 2, and this is level 3. So when the F key is pressed, you want to switch it to level 1. When the backdrop switches to level 1, set the size of this character 60, set the position to this. When you press the E key, you want to switch the backdrop to game 1. And then also when the backdrop switches to game 1, you want to show this character, set the score to 0, set the size, and set the position. Now these two positions are different because I want you starting somewhere in the middle for the game, but I want the character to be on the side for when you can practice before game 1. At the end of the level, when I receive a message saying end level from all the rubbish and muffins, my character will say, well done, you have completed game 1, press the D key to move on for 4 seconds. I will explain this a little bit better when I explain the character coding. So it's pretty much the same for level 2 and level 3, except for that instead of showing you the character on the level 1 page where it says all the things you have to do, on level 2 and level 3 page, I will hide the character as it isn't, you don't need it to be there. So then I will go now into the muffin. Same kind of concept is when that is pressed, comes up with this page, then I want it to be hidden. When I want it on the backdrop level 1, I want it to be hidden as well. But when I get to game 1, I want it to show up. And now set the size and show, and then I want the muffin, and it's pretty much the same for all of them, to keep moving around and repeating what it's doing until it reaches a score of 10. And then once it has reached a score of 10, I want it to hide and then broadcast or send that message to the Abby character saying, hey, you've got 10 points, you can now move on. This script right here, that I had to figure out myself. It took me a very long time. But pretty much what happens if you took this away and they went on to game 2, it would show up when you got to 10 points. It will show this message saying, hey, you've completed level 1, when really you haven't. You're still in the middle of game 2. So to stop that, I put the script, stop the script at the bottom. So once this is complete and you've reached 10 points and you've sent the broadcast, it will stop and it will only play, and then it will move on to this script. So it's pretty much the same. So level 2, game 2, except for that when the score equals 20, that's when it will hide and broadcast a message and stop. And then level 3, which is 25. But with level 3, I have left off stop this script because I want this script just to keep on going and going and going until you decide, or the person decides, I've had enough and exits, or says, oh, I want to play again, and presses this button here. So yeah, it's pretty much the same for all of them, just for different costumes. And that's the popper. Some of their size differ because of their original 100% size are different. It's just to make them all somewhat the same size and reasonable within the game. So this is the fish bones. The can. Now, because I want all of the rubbish to stay the same throughout all of the games, they're all pretty much the same. But with the muffins, it's a bit different because in level 1, I only want 1 muffin. So I just put this one in. But if we go to this one and this one, I have to hide it, because if I do not hide it, then it will show up in level 1, and then it would make level 1 as hard as level 3 or as hard as level 2. So I've hidden it when it's on level 1, game 1, level 2, but in game 2, I have made this one so you can see it. And same with game 3. Now this is because as I said before, I want 1 for level 1, 2 muffins for level 2, and then eventually 3 muffins for level 3. So then I will hide this muffin in game 1, game 2, but then I will show it in game 3. So then I have 3 muffins. Also, the main difference between the muffin and the Coke can or the rubbish is that if Abby ends up touching the muffin, the score will be set to 0. Whereas on like the rubbish, it will say it'll change score by 1. So that means it will keep going up and up and up until you reach the desired amount. And then you'll move on to the next level. But if you touch the muffin, it will go back down to 0, as you would have experienced watching the beginning of my video. So now I'm going to move on to the background. Now, the background doesn't really need a lot of scripts written for it, just mainly because it pretty much is all in here throughout the game, throughout the other scripts. So just here's when this is pressed, I want it to switch back to the start screen, and I want the score to be 0 so that it doesn't have some random score up there. So this backdrop I created myself, just using the keys here, just wrote in what I wanted, and you can convert it to make it easier, so you can move it around kind of thing. You can move that one and all that. So then this is level 1 backdrop, which I also created. So that's what the position I want my character to be in. So game 1, the backdrop is actually from the Scratch backdrop library. There's many different ones in there. Same with game 2 and game 3, but level 4 backdrop I made myself. Level 2 and level 3 backdrops I made myself. So that's pretty much it.